I wanted to go to the gym, but I was too young to use the gym. I decided to do what I could outside the gym. So I went back home and basically did anything I could just with my body weight. Those just being push-ups, pull-ups. Didn't know what dips were at the time. I kept doing those, got better at them, and then I learned my first skill, learned a handstand. And yeah, it just took off from there. I never went back after that.
Our general Sunday session, as you all know, we do push-pull legs. For each different movement, we're doing one normal set, one rep set, and then one skill set. My name is Nic Alvanis. I'm the president of the Calisthenics Society at the University of Exeter, and my role is to oversee the functioning of the society and help grow the sport as much as we can within Exeter. And I've been doing calisthenics for 6 years now, and the reason why I do calisthenics is because I feel like bodyweight movement is the most natural form of movement, as well as the main fact that the community aspect to the sport is found nowhere else, in my opinion. It's something unique to the sport. And yeah, essentially just trying to grow as much as possible through getting calisthenics integrated in education is pretty much my biggest role.
My name is Aidan. I'm the Vice President here at Exeter University Calisthenics Society. I've been doing calisthenics personally for around 3 years now. My role on the committee is revolved primarily around teaching and running the sessions. I have to say I love it because watching people progress and helping them through their calisthenics journey in a way that I could have done without myself in the past is an incredibly rewarding experience. Personally, I love calisthenics. I think I said it to VM once. As a vehicle of rediscovering the body. You know, when you learn about strength and fitness as in relationship to you and your body and its weight and nothing else, and it's a wonderful thing. You know, there's no weights, there's no sports, there's not necessarily a judge or a team. Redefining your relationship with your body is what I'm in it for.
My name's Megan. I'm the media sec on the calisthenics committee. I've been doing calisthenics for just over a year. My role as media sec is to share our society, try and spread what our society is about and spread the importance of this sport to other people. For me personally, this sport has really helped me grow into myself, start being more comfortable taking up space, and just really grow into being a more confident, more resilient person in all aspects of my life.
I'm CJ. I've been doing Cali for about six-ish months now, and I've made so much progress that I just didn't know that I would make. I started out barely be able to do a scapular raise, and now I've got a PR of 11 green banded pull-ups, and that's just an amazing achievement for me because I thought that I wouldn't be able to get anywhere near that. Such a great community, everyone is great. I love the inclusivity and the accessibility of it, and it's just amazing.
Hi, I'm Harry. I've been doing calisthenics for about a term now, so not very long. I started doing it because it just sort of seems like a fun way of doing exercise. You don't have to go into a gym, you don't have all the people there. It's just like a really great community. Gets you to try out really new skills, things like that. Yeah, it's mostly the community with the calisthenics. We're doing sort of these skills and stuff. You meet all sorts of crazy people, do all sorts of fun things. You get really hyped up when you try new skills and whatever. Build strength whilst having fun at the same time.
One warm-up set, one rep set, one skill set. Now, how does this look? Hope everyone can see me from here. The key thing is that my arms are going to stay completely straight while I'm doing this. And my core and my line is going to stay unaffected. So I'm still in a perfect line, but I'm just crushing the apple behind my back. This is quite a bizarre movement to do. It'll feel quite unnatural at first, but once you get good at it, you'll find that you have full control of your scapula, and you really get in touch with how it feels to just move your scapula and nothing else. Okay guys, so experiment here. Crush the apples behind your back. Remember to keep your core raised, keep your glutes raised as always. Crush the apples and push out from the ground as far as you can. Protraction, retraction. Let's go guys.
Transitioning down into a dead hang, spending a good amount of time in each hanging position and pulling up into our active hang. There's a lot of reps out there that look like this. Oof, oof. We don't want to see it. We don't want to see that. You're missing gains, you're risking injury, just not ideal.
Okay, moving on to knee raises then. So, this is our skill set. So, starting from the first variation, the aim is simply to raise the knees as high as you can, ideally to around 90 degrees with the hips. In a hang, ideally active, we're going to pull the knees up like so, and down is our first variation. The most important thing is to make sure that we hold at the top here, and then down. Don't let it drop.
If you do want to make this exercise harder, since it's a tuck front lever raise, what we can do is open out our legs more into an advanced tuck position. Now, what does that look like? Well, a tuck position is like this. Advanced tuck is when our knees are slightly further out. But a tuck front lever, our knees will be out like this. So, Harry, like you were doing with the one leg, we can change our raises so in this advanced tuck position, the whole raise instead of this tuck position. So from here, raise up, waist not walk off. And I'm passing through the advanced tuck front lever stage. So it's a lot harder, but if anyone's wondering how we can progress it and progressively overload, that's how we do it.
I felt like an outsider. I felt like I wasn't meant to be there. But the people around me, all of them, took me into the community, even though I was this scrawny 14-year-old kid at the time. And, you know, it became my home. Community aspect is fundamentally the most, like, the best aspect to calisthenics, I think. And I think unless you immerse yourself in the sport, you overlook it, and it's not something you see until you actually integrate yourself properly in the communities and stuff like that. Calisthenics is beautiful because of its flair and because of its individualistic aspect to it. You know, everyone's got a different routine, for example, different style, and you can't quantify that on a judging scale. It's one thing being able to pump iron in the gym, but if you can't control your own body weight, then what on earth are you doing? It's a ridiculous feeling. Yeah, it feels magical to be able to do that stuff. Street lifting is, in other words, weighted calisthenics. What this means is that you take the fundamental movements of calisthenics and you add weight to them. And different competitions can test different aspects of this. For example, it may be that you test the endurance, for example, how many reps you can do with a certain weight. We call that AMRAP. Or you can test something called 1 rep max, which is your maximum weight you can do just for 1 rep. So those 3 movements are push-ups, pull-ups, and usually a leg movement, like a squat. But you can also see muscle-ups in it too. Essentially, it kind of acts as the pillar of calisthenics, because these movements are what are fundamental to Cali.
Last heavy dip session of the 6-week block before the competition in Amsterdam, European Championships, 1 rep max, multi-lift. So we'll work out to a heavy single today. We'll continue to warm up with 10 kilos. Let's go. These plates feel less worn out, because we know when plates are worn down, they lose weight. Often when you hit a gym PR, it's not the same as hitting a calibrated PR. So this might feel slightly heavier. Okay. She was alright.